Good morning and welcome to the Mr. Maple Show. Guys, today we're bringing you the very original Acer palmatum Squitty.
We love whenever possible bringing you the original OG of each cultivar, guys. This is the very first Squitty ever in existence. All Squitties you'll ever see are clones from this tree. Let's get into it. All right, guys, I'm Matt. That's my brother, Tim. We're the brothers that do MrMaple.com and now Buckholz Nursery. You can sign up to get notified each week when we add new trees, retail to MrMaple.com. We're here with the original Acer palmatum Squitty. I love seeing the very first of something. This one was an original here from Buckholz Nursery.
Now, Harold Johnson found this seedling. It's actually a sister seedling to Acer palmatum Abigail Rose. He sent this to Talon and said, man, that's a Squitty little thing. Talon goes more in depth into this in his blog. You're gonna have to check that out on the Four Wonder blog. But guys, this thing is a dwarf, compact, Higashiyama style variegation.
I love that it gets more elongated lobes to it. It gets some funky growth going on. Kind of makes it look a little more sharp, a little more Leonard Lobelum-like. Definitely doesn't fit into that Leonard Lobelum category, but it's got some sharp looking foliage. Think almost like Sharp's Pygmy sometimes on how the foliage gets. I love that elongated look to it. A lot of pink on cream in the early spring. Tends to be a bold red to orange in the fall. It is a dwarf with a very unique characteristic, as you can see. The original one here has anything but a regular shape. It's very irregular in its growth. Now, Harold's been passed away for some time. This tree is actually probably closer to 25 years old. So you're looking at a very old specimen of this, the oldest in existence because it is the original. But guys, this is a tree that only gets about 3 to 4 feet in 10 years, making it a true dwarf palmatum cultivar. I think you're gonna love this, especially if you're into eye candy or Higashiyama. This style variegation really draws me in. I absolutely think it's, one of the more unique styles of this. The shape is anything but regular. You'll see this irregular kind of growth over that, and that is typical of Squitty.
Now, if you look in here at the structure of this plant, it almost reminds you of a Makawi Yatsubusa. You see it very full, very dense, very compact, and then when you add that extra dynamic of the variegation on this tree, it puts a whole new interesting plant in the landscape and garden that's going to show off and do well. I mean, I love how this just has this unique variegation on it. Don't worry, the early spring you're going to have phenomenal variegation, but new growth flushes during the summer will be a solid green. Those solid green during the summer, the next year will return with this awesome variegation.
This tree is going to work zones 5 through 9, giving you a great container plant or in the ground, guys. Absolutely shows out in a conifer garden because that small stature is going to look great in a miniature conifer area. This tree really puts on a display. It's even more colorful in the landscape than it is tucked in a greenhouse like this. Talon was probably originally going to sell this one before we bought Buckholz Nursery. We're planning to locate this one back into the gardens here at Buckholz Nursery. One of the original here from the Four Wonder collection, guys. Really cool to see the original and very first Acer palmatum Squitty.
I mean, I'm a sucker for the originals. The originals are the original plant, the very first of its name that everything has been grafted off of. So if you have a Squitty, it came down the line from this particular tree. I mean, this tree is just super special, unique, and this is a tree that I think almost fits in that Makawa family collection. Not quite, but it's so close. It's the closest thing we have to that Higashiyama style variegation on a Makawa type. I mean, I can't wait to plant this back in the garden here at Buckholz Farm.
If you haven't already, make sure to go give us 5 stars on Google Review or anywhere you see MrMaple.com. We greatly appreciate, guys. Subscribe to the Mr. Maple Show here on YouTube. We put out 7 days a week content. We love to bring you guys the original and show you some of the very first. It's kind of fun to see. When everything's a clone from this one, it's kind of just fun to get out there to that piece of history. You'll see Squitty in a garden center in Belgium, and all those originated from this plant right here. So cool to find that piece of history and preserve it. One for us, we love preserving those things through propagation, but also through getting on film to you guys here on the Mr. Maple Show. If you haven't already, check out our other cultivar highlights here on our channel. Guys, we've got more cultivar highlights here on YouTube for free than any book that's ever existed on Japanese maples. We provide all that free here from MrMaple.com. So if you'd like to support our channel, make sure to shop on MrMaple.com today.
Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.